All right, y'all, we're gonna get started. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Not only is it the end of a month, but it's the end of the whole year. Probably the craziest year any of us have ever had in our whole lives. But we made it, and we're gonna go into a new year, and it's gonna be awesome. I have the best feeling it's gonna be our best year yet. So, my name's Brittany. I have been here at Q Sciences for about 12 weeks now, and it's been the best 12 weeks, like probably the highlight of my whole year. um, it's been more wild than I could have ever imagined and beyond what I could have prayed for. And I'll share about that in a little bit. But um, I have been married for 10 years. I just moved from California to Nashville. California girl, born and raised, love it there. It's my home. But we decided, 2020, why not? Let's just do it. So we did, and we love it. I have two daughters. I have a 4-year-old, her name's Luca, and a 7-year-old, her name's Emmy, and they are just the sweetest girls. I'm so blessed to be their mom. And that's us. And I, like most of you, I'm sure whether you feel this right now or you have in the past, I swore that I would never do network marketing. I would never be a part of it. Wasn't me. I was not going to align myself with that. And I thought that because most of the time, I'm sure more than half of you guys know what I'm talking about. I feel like more than half of the time, it's done wrong and it's done salesy and scammy and sleazy. And it's just, it's not attractive. So I just swore I would never do it. But when my youngest daughter, Luca, was born, I would now had two girls. I had two daughters, and I was not feeling good. I had a lot of brain fog. I had a lot of I was exhausted, just all the things that I thought were normal mom life. And I was just not loving how I was feeling. Hold on, someone need them. So my sister-in-law, she was like, "Hey, Britt, I have some products that you would probably love and they'll totally help you." And I was like, "Okay." And she was like, "Well, the cheapest way to get them is to sign up wholesale." And I was like, "Okay, I'm all about saving money." And so I did. And signing up wholesale meant joining a network marketing company. And so I got my products and I was like, well, they're not going to work anyways. And I'm just never going to tell anybody about them. Well, they worked and they really, really helped me, honestly. So I decided, a lot of us, I think, probably naturally share the things that we love. And so I just I couldn't help but not share in a sense. I almost felt like I would be doing people a disservice if I had found something that I genuinely loved and I didn't share about it. So I did. I put up a post on Facebook and people actually cared what I said, and they bought it. And so my first paycheck from sharing those products was $600. When I got that $600 check, that in that moment, that's when my belief in network marketing was born. That was when I realized, wow, people can actually make real money doing this. It's not a scam. It's not sleazy. It doesn't have to be. And if I'm going to do this, I'm going to figure out how to do it right and how to make it attractive and not, all the stereotypes that we hear about. So I started accidentally, and then I grew a very intentional business there. The problem was I reached a lot. I had a lot of success there. I reached a really high level. I was one of the top 1 to 2% of the whole company. I got the free trip to Hawaii and the car and the shopping sprees and the 6-figure income and all of those awesome things. Problem was that my team wasn't winning with me. Not even really a little bit. I could not help them promote and reach any level of success even close to what I had got. The best that I could do, the most that I actually could do for them was cheer them on and encourage them and tell them, don't quit. But it's really hard to say those things when deep in my gut, I didn't know if they were ever really going to get there. I could cheer them on, but it almost felt fake because I'm I don't really know if it's ever going to happen for them in this company because of the timing of that company and their comp plan and all of the things. It just wasn't going to happen for them. And one thing I want you guys to know, I'm not here to waste your time, and I wasn't there to waste their time. We are here. This kind of job is fun. I love that I get to work from home and work on my couch in my sweats. I hope you guys are in your sweats too and be with my kids. But it's still a job, and I don't want to waste anybody's time. So let me make sure. This one. Okay, here we go. Dang it. Anyways, so I decided to like pump the brakes on that business. I just, in good conscience, I couldn't keep doing it. I couldn't keep telling these people to keep going because it wasn't happening for them. So I pumped the brakes, kind of took a step back from that. While I was in that company, I had a friend. She was a sideline friend, and her name is Francesca Fields. And she had reached the same level that I was. We were in the same position, and she had the same frustrations that I did, where her team wasn't winning. They were stuck, and there was nothing she could do to help them. So where I told you guys that I kind of like decided to step back and be done, I wasn't looking for anything else. She decided to go look and see what else was out there. So she is the one that found Q Sciences, and I watched her leave. I watched her make that risky jump to start all over, and I was blown away as the months went by when I saw what she was able to do. She's amazing, but she promoted really fast, and someone like her, she could be successful anywhere. So I wasn't very surprised. But the part that really got me was the fact that this time it wasn't just her winning. It wasn't just her hitting these top ranks. Her team was winning with her. And that spoke volumes because I knew that was one of her frustrations as well. So I sat by and I watched for a really long time. And I wanted to message her so bad, like so bad. I could not deny what I was seeing happening here. But I couldn't, you guys. I felt way too loyal to my last company to even ask questions. And I knew that if I were to ask questions, I was going to love what I heard, and I wasn't ready to love it. I wasn't ready to hear it. I wasn't ready to make a move. So finally, in September of this year, so just a couple months ago, I was scrolling through Facebook, and I came across the graphic popped up on my feed, and it had said that Francesca Fields had ranked up to Blue Diamond. Now, you probably don't know what Blue Diamond is. I didn't know what it was when I saw it, but it's very safe to say that when you see anybody hit any promotion that has diamond in it, it's a really big deal, like really big deal. So I kept reading that post, and in that post somewhere, it had said that her new base pay was $90,000 a month. And pretty sure my jaw dropped. And in that moment, that is when I had to have like a straight pep talk with myself. I had all the fears. You guys, if you have fears, I had them all too. I had all the fears. And it was just like, Britt, if you don't ask questions at this point, you're just living in ignorance. And like, that's foolish. So ask the questions. You know, asking questions does not mean you're committing to anything. And I had my husband and a couple of friends that were like, you need to do this. You need to ask some questions. So the next day, I messaged Fran and I said, hey, I see you. I need you to tell me, I'm not making you any promises, but I need you to tell me everything. So we got on a call and she told me everything. And after that call, you guys, a lot of you know what I'm talking about probably, but I couldn't unhear what she told me. I couldn't unsee what I saw in the comp plan. It's literally the best compensation plan I've ever seen. And I just couldn't deny what this opportunity could do for my family. We were really needing more income. I could talk about it a little bit too, but basically my husband was a police officer. He was one of the good ones, one of the really good ones. And he blew his knee out in a fight and got medically retired. And then we lost half of his income. We lost all of our benefits, all of our medical, everything. So that totally flipped our world upside down. That happened right after our youngest was born. So it had been a couple years of kind of just struggling and falling backwards and backwards and backwards and backwards. And so I was desperate. We needed it. Like it was just, my fears didn't really matter anymore at that point. It was like, I just need to do this and I see what this can do. So after that call, I said, okay, I'm all in. And something about me, you guys, if I'm all in, I'm all in. I'm not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm all in. So I started and I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to take as many people with me. So it's been 12 weeks now. In my 7th week, I hit the level of a 6-figure income and I became Francesca's 11th 6-figure earner. And then 5 weeks later, I doubled it and promoted to what's called platinum. And that is now a $15,000 a month income. And just like I was telling you guys, like that is so life-changing for my family. I feel like that's life-changing for anybody, but especially for my family when the situation was not good. I will tell you that, our health is really important, and I love our products so much, and I'll talk to you about them in a minute. But financial illness is very much a real thing. If you've never dealt with the stress of finances, you are very blessed, but they can be crippling, and money isn't going to solve your problems. It's not going to, it's not going to fix everything. But I'm telling you from experience that life is just so much sweeter and so much more enjoyable when you are not constantly stressed by the weight of finances. In my marriage, I'm already finding a lot less arguments. My kids, I'm not as much on edge with them because I don't have to say no when they want to go to the zoo, or if we're grocery shopping and I'm like trying to like add up the total in my head because I'm terrified that my card's going to be declined. Like it makes me sick. And so those little things are just so life-changing. And on top of that, now, like, we don't, I'm just kidding, there's 150 people on this call. We don't have a savings account. Like, we've never been able to really save. Like, we've never been able to own a home. And I'm getting real raw with y'all. So welcome. I'm just excited. I'm excited for what this means for my family, for our future. And it gets me pumped. And it makes me really, really passionate about sharing this with as many people as I can. So that's why we're here. It's been incredible. We're only 12 weeks in. We're just getting started, and we're not slowing down. And this is the best part. It's not just me winning. I found a lot of success here, but my team is winning with me. We are the number one team, the fastest growing team in the whole company. I have 2 girls right now that are already making $4,000 a month. They're both very well on their way, maybe days away from hitting a 6-figure income. Several making a couple thousand, a bunch making 1,000. It's like, that has been my favorite part. Like, my success is awesome. It's totally changing my life. But the fact that it's not just me this time is everything. Everybody's winning. So our company, one of the things that I love, when I told you we have the best compensation plan, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but our company is ground floor. And if anybody ever tells you timing doesn't matter, they are 1,000% lying to you. Me to you, we're having a straight, honest talk. They're lying to you. You can join a company that's not ground floor and be successful. That is very true. But timing matters. And if you are successful in another company, it's not the level that you could be if it was ground floor. So we got started in 2012, and 2012 does not sound ground floor, but there's a story behind it that I'm going to share with you. So in 2012, we got started by a man named Mark Wilson. Mark was a professional football player in the 80s. He played on the Raiders. He was a quarterback there. He won 2 Super Bowls. Then he went on to play with the Patriots, retired out of football, and got into real estate development. He did that for about 20 years, super successful businessman, was very wealthy. He was very set financially. He finally retired out of that and decided he was going to finally live his dream and be out on the golf course every single day. And 6 months of golfing every single day, he was like, oh my gosh, I'm bored. Is this all my life is going to be the rest of my life? And so he was like, I need to do something. I need to do something where I feel like I'm truly making a difference. So he got connected to a man named Dr. Stephen Kimberly. And Dr. Kimberly was the editor-in-chief of WebMD for 15 years. He's a brilliant doctor. He's a naturopath, but he also studied Western medicine. So he has a really diverse perspective on medicine, just really, really smart doctor. So they got connected, and they decided that they were going to start this company, and they were going to do it well, and they weren't going to cut any corners. So they got the rights to a product now it's called QMax. Then it was called Q96. They got the rights to this product. They had that and a few others. I don't know what they were, but they started this company, and the sales were incredible. Like, this product, the QMax, it's a micronutrient supplement. It fills in all of the gaps of your diet. It breaks through the brain wall barrier, pulls out the heavy metals. Like, it's just a really phenomenal product. It helps people with literally you name it, and it's probably been proven to help with it. So the sales from that product alone and all the rest of them were incredible. The problem was nobody was joining the company as an ambassador to grow the company. So between 2012 and 2017, they only had 700 ambassadors worldwide, which is not a lot at all. In 12 weeks, I have more than that on my team. So for a company to only have 705 years, not good. So in 2017, at the end of 2017, they brought in a man named Jake Spencer. Jake is basically a professional network marketer. He started in the industry when he was 21. And when he started, he sucked at it. He was not good, but he saw the vision. He saw what this could do, what this industry could do. So he went out and he learned the skills he needed to be successful. And he was. He grew teams of tens of thousands of people. He made millions of dollars, and he was able to retire his family in his early 30s, like wife, 4 kids, retired, living the life. So it was actually his wife, Sarah, who got Jake connected with Mark, because they somehow got their hands on this product, the QMax, and they were loving it. They were feeling better. They gave it to their daughter, who was having some behavior issues. They gave it to her, and they saw a significant difference in her behavior. So basically, Sarah was like, hey, Mark, my husband's really good at network marketing. He might be able to help you. So Jake came in as just a consultant. He wasn't part of the company. He came in as a consultant, and he just observed to see what they needed to do to be successful. So after all of his observing, Jake went to him with this list of things. And I actually had the pleasure of going out to corporate and meeting both Jake and Mark. And they're just incredible men and incredible leaders. And they truly just have the best hearts and an incredible vision for this company. And so basically what Mark said was, our company was good. It was really good. Their sales were really good. They had $15 million in the bank. Like, they weren't struggling. But he said, I had no interest in being good. I wanted to be great. So that's why he brought Jake in, to take them from good to great. So Jake basically said, hey, you need new branding. Your branding is not attractive. It needs to be better. So now we have beautiful branding that is honestly so easy to market to both men and women. And he said, you need more products. So now we have our full hemp line and our non-hemp nutraceutical line. And he said, you need systems. You need systems and training in place company-wide, so that when people come in and they sign up to have their own business, they can plug into these systems and be successful. No more, this is what happens in so many companies. People sign up and they join, and then it's like, now what? Like, they don't hear from somebody and they are just left to figure it out. That's not how it is here. We have simple systems in place that duplicate down and grow your business so fast. And then lastly, he was like, people don't want to join your company because your comp plan sucks. It's terrible. So Jake Spencer wrote our comp plan, and it's the best I've ever seen. It came straight from his brain. And so Mark trusted him and said, okay, if this is what's going to take us from good to great, let's do it. And it worked. Since our relaunch in 2018, which is why we can say our ground floor, we have grown by 700%, which is wild. We are in 18 countries. We are about to be live in Mexico in January. We are pre-launching Malaysia and then moving on to some Latin American countries, I've heard. So the growth is insane. It's so exciting. So not only is this this company ground floor, and that's awesome, but the hemp industry alone, just aside from Q, the hemp industry is set to be a multi-billion-dollar industry in the next 5 years. So all of this together is just mind-blowing. It's so exciting to me. So that's kind of where the company started, where we are today. Q is projected to quadruple in 2021. So if we think that this momentum is insane now, buckle up, sisters, because it's about to get even more crazy, and I'm here for it. So the products. I don't talk a ton about the products because I'm not gonna lie, I 100% came here for the business. You guys, I could be here selling chapstick to you, and I'd be just as excited because our comp plan and our business opportunity is where it's at. But we just happen to have incredible products that I am very excited to share about. So we have our full spectrum hemp line. In that line, we have our full spectrum hemp oil. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with hemp or CBD. It's getting really popular these days. We have full spectrum hemp, which means we use the whole plant, not just one part for CBD. Our full spectrum hemp includes CBD. It's basically magic in a bottle. You can do a Google search and find that it helps with so many things. My favorite thing that I use it for is my anxiety. My anxiety my whole life has been like pretty crippling. It's been something that's held me back in a lot of areas and a lot of things. So I used to be on medication for it and it totally helped. But I don't know if any of you have ever been on anti-anxiety medication. You'll know it does help, but it also makes you feel really numb. And living life in a state of numbness is not something that I was interested in. So I don't take that anymore. But the two ways I have been able to get my anxiety under control naturally is by working out. I'm an Orange Theory girl. That 1 hour class just really does it for me. I also love to lift weights, but Orange Theory is like my staple workout. So between working out and hemp oil, full spectrum hemp oil has totally been a game changer for me. I don't say that lightly. So our hemp oil is different. There's so many out there. So ours is very different. So if you have a hemp oil at home and you were to go take a dropper of the oil that you have and you put it in water, it's going to float on the top. And I know that that's science because oil and water doesn't mix. But when you see that oil float on the top, that is showing you how little it's absorbing into your body. So if you see it floating on the top, you're only able to absorb like 6 to 10% of it. And it can take somewhere like 90 minutes to feel the effects. So basically what I'm telling you is you're wasting your money. Our hemp oil, we have a patented bioabsorb technology to it that makes it water soluble. So if you take a dropper of our oil and you put it in water, it's going to dissolve. You're going to watch it dissolve right into the water. And that's going to show you how quickly it actually gets into your system. So with ours, you absorb a minimum of 85% of it and you feel it within 15 minutes. So not wasting your money. Very effective. It's awesome. We have 4 different flavors. It's like the best that I've ever tried. Also on that line, we have a really cool product called Twist. So Twist is our CBD water enhancers. So they come in these little packets and you put it in water and you shake it up, and it has 50 milligrams of broad spectrum hemp and 10 milligrams of CBD. So it's incredible. It tastes amazing. You feel it really fast. There's 3 different benefits to them. There's one for calming, one for cravings, and one for hydration. And they're all so good. They're really sweet. So I add it to actually a ton of water, and then it just helps me drink a ton of water. And then you just feel really good and relaxed, and they're very effective. So I love that product. We have hemp roll-ons. So they are in like roller balls, and they have, they're mixed with essential oils, and they have our hemp infused in them. So you can roll them on your temples, on your wrists. We also have hemp creams. We have one for muscle recovery. It's like an icy hot. We have another one for more like pain and for skin issues. So all of that has our hemp infused into it. So there's a few other products, but that's kind of the gist of our hemp line. And then on the non-hemp nutraceutical line, we have the Q-Max. So remember the Q-Max vitamin I told you about that they started with. So that vitamin is like so good. You will feel a difference just by taking that, like within a couple days, if not sooner. So that vitamin is actually included in our, like my favorite combo. It's called the Q Core. So the Q Core is like total body wellness. It has the Q Max vitamin in it. It has Align, which is for inflammation. Inflammation can be like aches, pains, headaches, like, I don't know, chronic pain, muscle pain, but also puffiness. You can have inflammation down to the cellular level. So before I was on a natural anti-inflammatory, my face was so puffy that I probably looked like 5 to 10 pounds heavier. Like when you're on a natural anti-inflammatory, your clothes will fit better. Your face will kind of slim down a little bit. It's honestly, it's awesome. It's kind of magic. So I love that. It's called Align. And then we also have our probiotic in there for gut health, because gut health is so important. It has prebiotics, probiotics, digestive enzymes, and a gentle cleanse. So the Q Core has all of that in one, like a one-stop shop for total body wellness. And I actually remembered to bring these today so I could show you, but they come in these individual AM and PM packs, okay? So you have this AM pack, it says AM on it. You open that one up in the morning, it has everything you need in it, super convenient. And then at night, this one says PM on the top. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, there you go. It says PM, you open it up and it has everything you need. So, I mean, I'm a busy mom, just like most of you, and I am all about convenience. So these are very convenient. You can put them in your purse on the go or travel with them or whatever. Super, super convenient. So that's the Q Core. So that's for adults or ages like 14 and up. So for our kiddos, we have a kids core. It's very new and it's so exciting. It has the Q Max in it, which you guys, I know my kids are picky eaters, and so I need to fill in the gaps of their diet. So I love that it has the Q Max in there for them, but also kids with like behavioral issues or like autism, ADD, sensory issues, just those kinds of things. That the Q Max is really good for brain and mental health, and so it's really good for kiddos who have issues like that. So the kids core has the Q Max in it. It has the probiotic in it, and it also has elderberry for immune support, which is just so good to keep their immune system strong naturally with elderberry. So that's the kids core. It comes in a powder form. You can put it. There's a grape flavor and fruit punch. You can put it in water or juice or smoothies or shakes or yogurt, applesauce, whatever you want. It's awesome. It's going to really fill in the gaps for them. We have a product called Vitalize, and Vitalize is all about hormones. So we have one for men, one for women, and you guys, men and women can take the opposite sex one. The women's is focused more on estrogen. The men's is focused more on testosterone. So if you're someone that has more estrogen, like you're estrogen heavy, you can take the men's. I've actually started taking the men's because I did some research and I feel like my body is a little bit estrogen heavy. So I started taking the men's just to see what would happen. So we'll see. I'll report back. But basically, the Vitalize has adaptogenic herbs in it, which means that it's going to meet your body where it's at. So if you or your mom or your grandma or whatever, you're dealing with like menopause or hot flashes or stuff like that, anything hormone related, it's going to help you. It's going to help you meet your body where it's at. If you're younger and you have cycle issues, hormonal acne or hormonal mood swings or hormonal anxiety, things that are hormone related and you need to balance and regulate your hormones, this product is going to help you 100%. It's incredible. Well, really quick, I'm going a little bit long, but it's okay. One really quick story about Vitalize. When I got to go to corporate, I was talking to Mark Wilson, and he told us a little story about it real quick, about how Dr. Stephen Kimberly had the blend. He had like basically the recipe for Vitalize. And a couple other companies had come to him asking for it. And just so you know, Vitalize is 5 capsules. That is a full serving. It's 5 capsules. And so other companies who wanted Vitalize said, hey, why does it have to be 5? Like, we're going to take it, but we're only going to make it 1. He was like, no, then I'm not giving it to you. It's 5. If you want this to be effective, it's 5. And so he wouldn't give it up. And so when he and Mark Wilson were talking about it, Dr. Stephen Kimberly said to Mark, hey, I have this awesome product for hormones, but it's 5 capsules. So what are you going to do with it? And Mark said, well, I'm not the doctor. If you say it's 5, then it's 5. So y'all, it's 5 capsules. If you want it to be effective, you got to take all 5, and you can split it up throughout the day, but it's 5. That's how we got it, because Mark agreed that we would take 5. So, okay, moving on. Another really cool product that has adaptogenic herbs in it is Armor, and it's one of our newer products. So it's also in a powder form. It's medicinal mushrooms, so it's not going to make you hallucinate. You're not going to be seeing stars. It's really good for immune support. So people like going through chemo or cancer, like cancer patients, even just us, dealing with trying to keep our immune systems up, really good for immune health. It comes in, it doesn't taste like dirt, doesn't taste like mushrooms. It's a chai flavor. So I love chai flavored anything. Again, like I said, it's a powder form. You can put it in your coffee. You can put it in shakes. You can bake with it. Just really cool product. And one of my favorite things about it too is the packaging. I should have brought it up here, but the packaging is beautiful. I'm a sucker for pretty packaging. So, the one to take 5 of, that's Vitalize in the chat. So, okay, moving on. Next thing, there's a lot of other products. We have a weight loss product called Trim. We have energy drinks. We have Q Sport. We have a product called Focus that has chia seeds in it. We have meal replacement shakes, but something that's really cool that I'm going to end on in the product department is we have vitamin sprays. So vitamin sprays is something that I had never heard of before. I don't know anyone else that does this. The fastest way to get a vitamin or a supplement or anything into your system is through an IV. So when you go to the doctor and you get an IV, it's the fastest way. That's why they do that. But we don't have IVs at home usually. So the second fastest way is called sublingual delivery. So when you take our vitamin sprays and you spray it under your tongue, It's the second fastest way for it to get into your system. So we have 6 sprays. We have a vitamin C that also has zinc in it, a vitamin D3, a methylated vitamin B12, a boost spray for metabolism and blood sugar, a relief spray for pain and inflammation, and then our number one best-selling product company-wide is our sleep spray. So if you or anyone you know have any issues sleeping, this sleep spray, oh my gosh, you guys, it's going to knock you out. It's going to keep you asleep and you're going to wake up super refreshed. I even give it to my kids. I give them 1 or 2 sprays. They come and ask for it at night. It's awesome. And it tastes really good. So it tastes kind of minty. So that's our sleep spray. Those are our sprays. That's a very brief overview of our products. There's so much more about them. They're incredible. Like I said, I did not come here for the products. I could be selling you chapstick, but our products happen to be absolutely incredible. It's so funny. In my last company, everyone came there for the products because they are awesome, and then accidentally started a business. And here it's been the complete opposite, where people are coming here for this business opportunity because it's that good, and then completely accidentally falling in love with our products, which is just really funny to see. It's been like a really good surprise. So like I said, here for the business, kind of like talking about where the company came from and the products that we do represent makes sharing this business so much more exciting. So there's a couple ways that you can get involved, and I'll talk a little bit about my favorite parts of the comp plan. But if you do not want a business, but you are really intrigued by these products, you can order as a retail customer. You're going to pay full price. And I don't recommend being a retail customer, but you can if you want to. If you still don't want a business, but you want to save some money and you want to order products, you can be a preferred customer. Preferred customers pay $10 for the year, and they get the same wholesale pricing as ambassadors. So it's a really good deal. Definitely recommend going that route if you're going to be a customer. And then if you are like, I want to go all in, I want to grow a business, help me make $15,000 a month, then you need to be an ambassador. You get to literally start your own business for $39.95. Cheapest business. I mean, that's the smallest investment I can think of for the return that I'm getting now. So $39.95 for your business, and then you get to pick your products and you're on your way. So when you sign up to have your business, you guys, I don't know what your history is if you've been with another company before, but you do not have to deal with shipping. You don't have to deal with any of the orders. The company does all of that for you. But the coolest thing about this is we run our businesses as actual business owners. This isn't like your typical network marketing MLM thing. Like we are true business owners here, and we treat it as a business, which is so refreshing to me, that it's just run so differently. So a few highlights of the comp plan. You can earn on just customers. If you don't feel like finding business partners and technically like building a team, you can just get a customer commission. You can get a great customer commission. If you want to find business partners and build a team, which I highly recommend, then you can promote and you can earn a real life-changing income. So most comp plans that I've seen, how it works is the people that are under you, you make a certain amount on them, right? Like the people right under you make a certain amount here, here, here. Then it gets like less and less and less and less. And then finally it caps out. And then doesn't matter what happens under there, you don't make anything on them, okay? That's how most comp plans that I have seen work. Here is very different and very exciting. So here, you build as deep as you can possibly go forever and ever and ever, because we get paid on our volume infinite levels deep. Wrap your brain around that. Infinite levels deep, forever and ever and ever. The value never decreases. Every single order counts. Your ambassadors, their customers, every single order counts. Like, I feel like when I first learned that, like I had to like listen to it a few times and be like, I have to be missing something. Like, what am I missing? You're not missing anything. That is just how awesome Jake Spencer is in writing this comp plan. So we get paid infinite levels sleep. Another thing that I love is the fact that we don't have income averages. So for example, in my last company, you will find a graphic floating around that I am very guilty of making myself. It haunts me whenever I see it pop up. There is a graphic that has averages on it. So it'll tell you what the different levels are and what the average incomes are. So what would happen is people would find an income level that they really wanted to get. For example, there's one level that says you'll make about $4,500 on it. Okay. I have a friend that I was just talking to who joined me over here. This is her story. She saw that it said $4,500. And she was like, that would be killer for my family. Oh my gosh. So she worked so hard to get to that level. And on a good month where she was even beyond that, she was making $2,000. Like, that is a very big difference. $2,000 to $4,500. I don't know. That's not something that I want to be a part of. So here on our comp plan, you can look at each level and it will tell you exactly what your paycheck will be. And it won't be a penny less. So for me, you guys, I can confidently tell you, and it's so crazy to me, I can confidently tell you my paycheck in January when I get paid for December, it's not going to be a penny less than $15,000. It's not like, oh, maybe it'll be between 11 and 17. No, it will be a minimum of $15,000. Like, I can count on that. And that is just so huge for being able to plan, like plan your life, plan your bills, plan your future. So thankful that we don't have averages. Another really cool thing, you only need 2 people. If you go out and you find 2 people to work this business with you, you're able to unlock the comp plan. Now, that's not me telling you to stop at 2 people, because you definitely want to find more and grow faster and help more people along the way, but you only need 2 to start. So that is very doable. Lastly, one of the cool things, I keep saying we have so many cool things. We do. This company is very different. We have a financial freedom movement. And this came from a place, again, of Jake Spencer being in network marketing. He has seen it all, the good, the bad, the ugly, all the things. And in his experience, he has seen people come into a lot of money, because in this industry, people are able to make a lot of money. And he's seen it happen, and he has seen people blow a lot of money and not be wise with it and not invest it and not save it. So he was like, we're not doing that here. And in so many other companies, they have car programs. I got into a car program. I have a beautiful car in my driveway, but I pay $700 a month for it. Getting into that car program was the worst financial decision that we ever made. I would say me. I talked my husband into it. He's still mad about it. That we ever made. So Jake was like, we're not doing that. We're not doing a car program. We're going to help people. So when you guys sign up, if you sign up as an ambassador to do this business, the second you pay your $39.95, you get access to free financial coaching. Like, they will give you a coach. You can meet with them on Zoom, in person, whatever, and they'll go through your finances and help you make smart decisions. Like, it's the coolest service ever. And then at the 4th rank of elite, they begin to pay down your debt. Or if you're blessed and you don't have debt, they will pay towards the principal of your mortgage or towards a retirement fund or whatever. It's just something to help set you up financially. So that is really unique, really cool, especially for someone like me who's trying to get out of debt. I'm so thankful because on top of my massive paycheck now, they're paying $400 a month. They sent me an email, had me fill it out, and I just got to pick what credit card they were going to start paying off for me. So talk about a blessing. It's a huge blessing. I have taken up so much of your night, so I'm going to wrap this up, but that is a very brief overview of what we have going on here. And if you can't tell, I'm really excited about it. I am really passionate about it. And I want to bring as many people along with me. So if you guys have questions, get with whoever invited you tonight. They will be able to answer them. If they don't have the answers, they will find the answers for you. And I hope that going into 2021, that we can all do this together and we can change a whole lot more lives. So thank you guys. I hope you have a great New Year's.